Like I said, it's now officially one of the best trades in franchise history. And this, be it from a franchise that has established its place in the top of North American sports history by fleecing its competition in trades. Ed McCauley for Bill Russell, the draft rights to Bill Russell. Joe Barry Carroll for Kevin McHale, Robert Parrish. Rick Roby for Dennis Johnson. Thank you very much. Oh, they also picked up a Garnett guy in a trade, too. And Ray Allen. And Tiny Archibald, and Bill Walton, and Paul Silas. That's actually that'll be a good show to do with, say, Bob Ryan, best trades in Celtics history. That would have to be a full show if you're going to get Bob involved in there. But while Celtics Nation and many have extraordinary amounts of appreciation for Isaiah Thomas, it's like, can we say in some way that Nets trade and how great everyone and anticipating it and still is anticipating it to be? It's in a way overshadowed the Thomas acquisition. Like I said, just a downright heist of a young player who has now emerged into a superstar for absolute just squadouche. The Celtics last year, their PR department and the organization put out this big push towards the end of the last season of Isaiah making an All-NBA team, which at this rate, is going to come this year. And that's saying something in its own right, because as me and Danny LaRue discussed on last week's show, this is at a time when there's never been a collection of guards in league history. But how about this? I was just thinking about this, just a few minutes ago. There's not a player whom Isaiah himself reveres more, and he speaks about this constantly. His fondness for Allen Iverson. It was almost like he was an idol, which Iverson was an idol to many people my age, which Isaiah is. A Hall of Famer, and some would even say I'm actually not one of those, but there are some who believe Allen Iverson, one of the 50 greatest players in NBA history. And the absolute highlight of Iverson's career, unquestionably, was his 2001 campaign. Led the Sixers to the NBA Finals, played a very competitive series against a juggernaut Lakers team when the Lakers didn't really play competitive games in that playoffs. Iverson led the league in scoring. He was a league MVP. In that playoffs, he had like 5 40-point games, just right off the top of my head. It was a season that just defined the peak of his career, which was a shorter peak when you look back on it, but it defined his legacy. And guess what? Statistically, Isaiah's season thus far here in 2016-17, it beats that hallowed 2001 campaign for Allen Iverson, like across the board. AI himself, scoring champ in 01. However, he led the league in minutes, playing 42 minutes per game that season. Isaiah's at 33 right now. Per 36 numbers, or per 100 possessions, Isaiah, he's got him beat. Scoring per 36, Isaiah 28.3 points per game, AI 26.7, player efficiency rating, Isaiah 25.2, Iverson 24, true shooting percentage, Isaiah 58.3%, Iverson at 51.8, assists per 100 possessions, Isaiah 9.5, Iverson 5.8. AI does have a higher rebounding rate. He did collect more steals, but just across the board, Isaiah's going to beat everywhere. Free throw attempts, free throw percentage, three-point percentage, everything. And like I said, far and away, Allen Iverson's career season. I personally now, I'm not sure how good Isaiah will be in the years ahead. Fortunately, he's young enough, and God forbid he doesn't get hit by a bus. But this Isaiah Thomas you see right now is superior to a peak Allen Iverson, statistically and the eye test alone. He's more versatile. He's more efficient. He's got a wider variety of shots. He's just in a far superior. He's got a superior offensive arsenal. He's better three-point shooter by far. That we can say by far. But most importantly, in my eyes, he fits in just more seamlessly with the flow of the offense. I mean, so much of what Philadelphia did, not just in 01, but really the height of those Iverson teams. I mean, not only was it predicated so much on Allen Iverson isolations, but they built their entire team around him. This is not building the team around Isaiah Thomas. Philadelphia traded Larry Hughes for Tony Kukoc because AI never really worked with the guy that needed the ball in his hands. You see the Denver experiment with Carmelo. They surrounded him with these Tyrone Hills and Eric Snows and George Lynch's. I mean, Isaiah, we could play both on and off the ball. Just a much more versatile player, in my eyes, as a player and for team building. They're both equal liabilities on the defensive end. I mean, Iverson was better at playing the passing lanes and coming up with steals. He gambled a lot. I think that's something Isaiah should do a little more because, I mean, you know what? Why not? But overall, back to this comparison, I'll take Isaiah, and at the very least, at the absolute worst, he's neck and neck with his idol.